Our story begins over 1,000 years ago in the shimmering waters of the Indian Ocean, where a small dhow sails steadily toward an island brimming with mystery and allure. On board are Nala and Kato, two young, curious explorers, their eyes bright with excitement as they glimpse Zanzibar's lush green coastline against the endless blue. Known as the Spice Island, Zanzibar is a land where the air itself seems alive, carrying the mingling scents of cloves, cinnamon, and vanilla on the gentle ocean breeze. These aromas swells together, greeting travelers before they even set foot on its golden sands. The island is alive with a vibrant history that pulses beneath every stone in Stone Town and through every palm in the spice plantations. As they approach, Nala and Kato hear the hum of activity from the harbor, where boats from distant lands are anchored, their sails flapping like colorful flags in the wind. Each ship is a testament to Zanzibar's history as a global crossroads, where travelers from Arabia, India, and Persia have come to trade, share stories, and leave pieces of their culture behind. Nala and Kato are about to step into this world filled with bustling markets, ancient traditions, and a rich tapestry of cultures woven together over centuries, a place that promises adventure at every turn. As their small hand-carved dhow boat sails closer to Zanzibar's harbor, Nala and Kato's eyes grow wide with wonder. Towering stone buildings with grand wooden doors, intricately carved and ornamented, loom over them like guardians of old. The coral stone walls glow warmly in the sunlight, casting reflections into the turquoise waters below. The air is filled with a rich mix of scents, cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg, drifting from the nearby markets, each spice more tantalizing than the last.
Nala, do you smell that? It's like a treasure chest of spices waiting for us to discover it.
I know. My grandmother once told me that Zanzibar is called the Spice Island because of all the spices it grows. Each spice has a story, and I think this island has many stories to tell. I can't wait to hear them.
As they step off the dhow, they feel the heat of the sun on their skin mingling with the cool breeze from the ocean. Stone Town hums with life, merchants calling out to passers-by, fishermen unloading their day's catch, and children laughing as they run along the sandy shore. Eager to explore, Nala and Kato make their way through the lively marketplace, a labyrinth of narrow streets lined with the stalls overflowing with exotic goods. Merchants sell vibrant textiles, shimmering jewelry, and baskets brimming with dried spices in colors of deep crimson, amber, and golden yellow. The scents are dizzying, and the air pulses with the beat of distant drums.
Kato, look at all these spices. I wonder how many there are and where they all come from.
I've never seen so many different kinds. Maybe we should ask someone who knows.
Just then, an elderly man with a warm smile and a long white beard, wearing a traditional Kanzu robe, notices them. His hands are worn, but his eyes sparkle with kindness. He gestures for them to come closer.
Young travelers, welcome to Zanzibar, the Spice Island. I am Salim, a humble spice merchant. Have you come to learn about the treasures of our island?
Yes, Salim, we can smell the spices from all the way at the harbor.
Is it true that Zanzibar has been trading spices for hundreds of years?
Indeed. For generations, we've traded cloves, nutmeg, and cinnamon with travelers from distant lands. Arabs, Indians, and Persians come across the seas to trade, bringing their cultures and taking ours with them. Zanzibar is special because it is a meeting place of worlds.
The spice merchant Salim, always Nahar with the leads Nal and Kato to a quieter corner of the marketplace, where he has a small stall filled with jars of spices. He holds up a small jar filled with dark, dried cloves.
This, young ones, is the clove, our island's pride and treasure. It is more valuable than gold here, for it brought wealth to our people and made Zanzibar famous.
Why do people need cloves so much?
Kato. Cloves are used in many ways. They add flavor to food. They make medicines, and they are even used in perfumes. They are tiny, but they hold great power.
Salim opens the jar and hands it to them, letting them catch the scent. The aroma is spicy and sweet, with a warmth that feels comforting.
It smells wonderful. It's like the whole island in one scent.
Cloves are Zanzibar's soul. They brought wealth, but also brought outsiders to our shores. Sometimes change is difficult, but the people of Zanzibar are strong and resilient.
Intrigued, Nal and Kato ask Salim if they can see where the cloves grow. Smiling, Salim leads them on a journey through winding paths until they arrive at a clove plantation. Their tall green trees stand proud under the sun, their branches heavy with tiny red buds that soon will be harvested.
These are the clove trees. When the buds turn a certain shade of red, they must be carefully picked by hand to keep the fragrance and taste. This work requires skill and patience.
It must take a lot of work to grow them all.
Yes, it does. But the people of Zanzibar are patient, and they have cared for these trees for generations. Each clove you see has a story of dedication behind it.
Nal and Kato watch the workers move from tree to tree, picking each bud with care and gathering them in woven baskets. They are amazed by the patience and skill of each worker, knowing that these tiny buds will travel far beyond Zanzibar, carrying the spirit of the island with them. As the sun sets over the clove plantation, casting a golden glow on the trees, Nala and Kato take in the peaceful beauty of Zanzibar. Surrounded by the sweet scent of cloves, they feel, though, a newfound connection to the island and its resilient spirit. Through Salim's stories, they've come to understand that Zanzibar is more than just its famous spices. It's a place where people live in harmony with the land and honor traditions passed down through generations. Each clove tree, standing strong and graceful, symbolizes the island's strength, cultivated through patience, care, and respect for nature. Nala and Kato realize that Zanzibar's beauty lies not just in its landscape, but in the values and stories of those who have called it home for centuries. They leave the plantation with a sense of awe, having glimpsed the true spirit of the Spice Island.
Thank you, Salim. We learned so much today. Zanzibar isn't just about spices, it's about strength and patience.
Yes, and I feel like each spice has its own story, just like the people here.
Indeed, my young friends. And remember, as long as there are those who cherish our island's stories, Zanzibar will remain strong. The spirit of the Spice Island will live on.
As they walk back toward the harbor, Nala and Kato's hearts are filled with admiration for Zanzibar and its people. They know their adventure has only just begun, and that there is much more to discover on this island of spices and stories.